How do you feel when you walk into a room and everyone is talking about you? Have you ever wished you were more valued and treated with the respect you deserve? If the answer is yes, you are not alone. In today's society, many of us feel undervalued and occasionally forgotten, like we don't exist. But today we will start a new journey that will change our lives. Together, full of promise and challenge, learning how to use valuable lessons from Stoic philosophy to build a strong sense of self and an undeniable presence. This isn't about getting attention, it's about cultivating thoughts and actions that make you not only highly regarded, but also stronger from the inside out. In this video, we'll go over 10 core strategies that have stood the test of time and will help you change how others see you, but more importantly, how you see yourself. Watch this video all the way to the end to show yourself that you are determined to keep going, even if the trip is hard. It's not just about making a moment, it's about building a strong presence that lasts and leaving an impression on people's minds. Post, "I'm ready," or "Are you ready?" to let me know if you are you ready? Leave a comment, "I'm ready," and start this journey right now. Strategies. Number 1. Looking after yourself. Never love someone else if you can't love yourself first. Being selfish is not knowing how to take care of yourself. You can help other people more if you take care of yourself first. This is not only good advice for making a living, it's also a basic rule for living a happy, meaningful life. Taking care of yourself first and foremost takes being aware of yourself. Spend some time getting to know yourself, from your most basic needs to your deepest soul wishes. Once you know what you need, you can start to care for and grow yourself with purpose. Physically, maintaining a healthy lifestyle includes eating well, working out regularly, and getting enough sleep. When you take care of your body, you not only feel good, but you also give off a natural beauty that makes people want to love and appreciate you more. On a mental level, self-care means regularly feeding your soul. This can be done by reading, meditating, or doing personal hobbies. When your soul is fed, you feel confident. Lastly, keep in mind that self-care is an ongoing process that never ends. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosopher-emperors, once said, "Our life is what we think it is." If you keep investing in yourself, you not only make your life better, but you also become an inspiration to those around you. That's how you make people not beg or yearn, but appreciate and value deeply. To stay physically, mentally, and emotionally healthy, you need to take care of yourself. Here are some ways to take care of yourself. Put sleep first. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of good sleep every night to give your body and mind a chance to rest and recover. Eat well. Give your body healthy fuel by eating lots of fruits, veggies, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Drink enough water throughout the day to stay refreshed. Regular exercise. Do something active most days of the week. Get involved in things you enjoy, like walking, running, yoga, dancing, or sports. Take care of your worry by doing things like deep breathing, meditation, mindfulness, or progressive muscle relaxation. Find the things in your life that cause you stress and learn good ways to deal with them. Set limits. Learn to say no to requests or duties that are too much for you. To protect your time and energy, set limits in both your personal and work life. Keep in touch with friends, family, and other people who are there for you and who can support and inspire you. Having friends and family is very important for your mental health. Do things you enjoy. Schedule time for hobbies, interests, and activities that make you happy and fill you up. Whether it's painting, reading, gardening, or playing music, make time for things that are good for your mind. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself and understand and care about yourself the way you would care about a friend. Love yourself even though you're not perfect. Get regular checkups. Make an appointment for regular dental and medical checkups to keep an eye on your health and take care of any problems before they get worse. Ask for help when you need it. If you're having a hard time, don't be afraid to ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness to ask for help, whether it's from a friend, family member, therapist, or psychologist. Remember that taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's important for your health. Taking care of yourself first will help you deal with life's problems and live a happy, healthier life. Strategies. Number 2, focus on staying calm and collected. Seneca, a great Stoic philosopher, once said that the best way to deal with anger is to put it off. This advice has a lot of power to help us deal with difficult and stressful situations in today's world, where we can be swept up in a wave of negative emotions at any moment. It's more important than ever to practice self-control and calmness. Picture a stressful day at work. You walk into a late meeting and are met with hostile looks from your co-workers. Even though your gut may tell you to respond badly, stay calm, take a deep breath, and give yourself a moment of peace to think. Then, take charge of the situation. Your answer not only eases the tension, but it also makes the people around you admire your ability to stay calm. In the Bible, the phrase "be still and know that I am God" brings a similar message. Not only is silence a sign of humility, it's also a sign of inner power. When we accept silence, it makes room for us to think deeply about ourselves and the world around us. Building up our calmness and self-control is not only a way to improve ourselves, but it's also a way to connect deeply with our spiritual beliefs. When you stay calm during a storm, you are not only following a philosophy that is thousands of years old, but you are also opening the door to respect and love from those around you. Join the conversation in the comments section. Share the challenges you're facing and how you overcome them with calmness and serenity. As the world seems to constantly spin, we often forget the true value of time. An intangible asset once lost can never be regained. But did you know that by properly valuing your time, we not only become more self-directed in every decision, but also attract appreciation and honor from those around us? Imagine a day when you become a master in managing your time. People will not only admire you, but also seek every way to be beside you, to learn from you. This is not just a promise, but an inevitable result when you apply Stone philosophy to manage your time. Strategy number 3. Valuing your time. Imagine you are in the middle of a storm, but don't move or respond to the chaos going on around you. This image is a metaphor for life's challenges and how we have to deal with them. We can't change what happens in the outside world, but we can change how we react to it. People around us admire and respect us when we handle life's ups and downs with calm. Think about a leader who is facing a crisis that could mean the end of the company. There are rumors going around and anxiety is making the team less stable. Instead of panicking, this leader holds a meeting with everyone and stays calm. They present the facts, dispel the rumors, and lay out a clear action plan. They are relaxed, which makes the team feel better, reduces fear, and boosts confidence. How can you keep your cool and stay calm? First, let yourself enjoy the pause before you respond to anything. Stop for a moment. This short break gives you a chance to gather your thoughts. Think about what's going on and act instead of reacting. Secondly, get practice. Being mindful regularly, practicing awareness or meditation can help you stay calm even when things around you are crazy. Third, take charge of what you can and remind yourself that the only thing you can change is how you respond. Keeping your mind on this can help you feel less useless and anxious. Fourth, change how you see difficult events. Instead of seeing them as threats, see them as chances to live by your values and get stronger. Fifth, learn from everything that happens after. After each tough situation, think about what happened, how you dealt with it, and what you can learn from it. This practice of thinking about things helps you stay cool and collected in the future. Stoicism isn't about hiding your feelings or being different from the world. It's about figuring out what's important and focusing on smart responses. By doing this, we earn the respect and appreciation of those around us. Keep your cool and calm while observing a world that not only respects you, but also seeks the peace you embody. Putting value on your time is important for living a full and useful life. Some important things to remember about respecting your time are prioritization. Figure out which jobs are the most important and spend your time on them. Do things that are in line with your ideals and goals. Setting limits. Learn to say no to commitments or jobs that aren't important to you or will waste your time. Putting limits on yourself helps you keep your time and energy safe. Time management. Learn how to use tools like calendars and productivity apps to organize your time well, make schedules and to-do lists, and learn how to handle your time well. Getting rid of time wasters. Get rid of habits or activities that waste your time without giving you much in return. This could mean spending too much time on social media, putting things off, or doing unimportant things for too long. Investing in personal growth. Make time for things that help you grow as a person, like exercise, learning new skills, or doing hobbies. Putting money into yourself can help you be happier and more successful in the long run. Delegate and outsource. Don't be afraid to give jobs to other people when it makes sense, or hire someone else to do things that aren't your area of expertise. You can now spend your time on more important things. Reflection and change. Think about how you're spending your time on a regular basis and make changes to your plans and goals based on what you find. Being flexible is important if you want to make the best use of your time. Quality over quantity. Don't worry about how much time you spend, but how well you spend it. It doesn't matter how long you work on something. What matters is how well you use that time to get what you want. By treating your time with respect and using these tips, you can get more done, feel less stressed, and live a happier life overall. Strategy number 4. Practice active listening. You are a good listener. Imagine you are talking to a friend who shares someone's problem. It is hard to struggle internally instead of looking at your phone or thinking about your answer. Next time you choose to be quiet and concentrate on what is happening by saying you sometimes ask constructive questions. These questions show that you are not just listening. It also shows that you take their words seriously. Their answers not only help them listen and understand, but you also create a deep bond, because in that moment you are a good door for a soul's. Listening is actually not just a skill and becomes a complete and independent person. An important part of being a person and following strong principles is to approach every conversation not only as an opportunity to learn from others, but also as an opportunity. It is not only an opportunity to learn from others, but also an opportunity to learn yourself. When you really listen, you practice humility. You are ready to open yourself to others' feelings and emotions. Now, how do you like it? To start, you practice careful listening. You begin to recognize your feelings and thoughts when you start. Remember that your goal in a conversation is to hear, move on to the next exercise by simply listening to what is said, but also gently disagree by looking at body language and unexpressed emotions. Finally, be patient, because throughout history, sometimes silence can be more powerful than words. Philosophers such as Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca emphasized the importance of listening not only to others, but also to themselves, and considered it an important part of a moral and purposeful life. When you listen, you not only get information, but you also expand your mind and heart to receive in every interview. Life lesson is an experience. So answer my first question. Are you a good listener? Have you ever been in a situation where you listen? I gave someone some advice. Let's share some deep insight in comments section. Active listening means paying full attention to what the other person is saying, making sure you understand what they mean, and reacting in the right way. This is an example of careful listening. Presenter. I've been feeling really overwhelmed lately with work and personal commitments. It sounds like you've been under a lot of stress lately, said the listener. What's been going on? Could you tell me more? Says, yeah, between deadlines at work and family obligations, I just can't seem to catch a break. Someone else, I can see how that would be very hard. You must feel like you're being pulled in many different ways at the same time. Speaker, that's right. I worry that I'll forget something important because I feel like I'm always balancing everything. Someone else said, it sounds like you're worried about keeping things in balance and not letting anything slip. Have you thought about any ways you could handle your work better? Says, I've tried making to-do lists and prioritizing tasks, but it still feels like I'm drowning. It's great that you're trying to find answers, said the listener. Maybe we can come up with some more ways to help relieve some of that stress together. The person listening in this case shows active listening by rephrasing what the speaker said, understanding how they feel, and giving support and ideas. Active listening helps people in a talk understand each other better and get along better. Strategy number 5. Embrace lifelong. Seneca tells us that as long as you live, you should keep learning how to live. This timeless wisdom shows how important it is to improve yourself and keep adapting to new situations in life. In the journey of self-discipline and self-betterment, embracing a lifelong spirit of learning isn't just advice. It's a way of life that will earn us respect and admiration from those around us. When we commit to never stopping learning, we not only gain more knowledge, but we also develop a deep understanding of the world and humanity. This not only helps us change how we act and behave in order to be more in tune with nature and society, but it also makes us more valuable in the eyes of others, which is the noble duty of education. Each lesson and story we hear confirms what we already know and how we think about life. But lifelong learning isn't just about getting more information. It's also about building character and learning to be patient, grateful, and accepting when things go wrong. We dedicate ourselves to a life full of learning, following a philosophy that does not follow rules, learning to see things differently, turning every challenge into an opportunity for growth, accepting the responsibility of good education. We are valuable, not only in the eyes of the people around us, but also to make a positive impact on the world. This allows others to not only appreciate, but to see that we are there in some way and that the leadership in their lives is valuable in the eyes of others. This does not come from displaying power or authority, but by expanding the spirit, sharing knowledge and understanding, we bring respect and love to those around us. It is not a quick or easy way. It takes courage and patience to overcome the face of fear and failure and a strong desire. If we take the time to learn and grow to become better each day, we will not only enrich our knowledge, but also expand our hearts and create a strong foundation for a worthwhile life. Before I continue my journey, thank you for watching and walk us through the first part of this video. But don't stop here. Let's continue the journey together to find the next investigation. Recognize that authenticity is the foundation of all good relationships. Click and share this video to inspire more people so that together we can build a stronger and better community. Strategy number 6. Accept who you are. Did you know that being honest is the most valuable thing you can have? As Epictetus wisely said, if you want to be a writer, write. Being honest isn't just a strategy, it's a way of life that helps us value ourselves and make others value us too. In the early years of his work, Patrick, a freelance graphic designer, felt like he had to make products that the market wanted instead of ones that he was truly passionate about. Even though he was making good money, Patrick felt empty and had lost his creative spark. Patrick chose to make a change one day, and he started working on personal projects that showed off his unique style and creative point of view. At first, he was afraid that people wouldn't like this new, more personal style, but the opposite happened. His work started to get praise and attention from the design community, with many saying that it was so real and new. Patrick's story shows how important it is to be true to yourself. When we do, we not only attract like-minded people, but we also leave a deep and lasting impression on them. Honesty not only reveals the essence of truth, but it also allows us to connect on a deeper level with those around us, creating an environment of gratitude and respect, not only for ourselves, but for all who remember. In a world where truth is revealed, it is often underestimated, and extremes are easily accepted. Honesty is your most valuable asset. Not only does it make you unique and irreplaceable, your honesty not only sends a strong message about your value so that others want you to be there and welcome and share in their lives, but it also makes you more respected and valued by all, contributing to the creation of a good world. The value of truth is within each of us, an anonymous secret, something deep and unique, not shared by others. When we preserve a piece of ourselves, we not only preserve value, we also awaken curiosity, which creates an irreplaceable attraction. This not only increases self-esteem in the eyes of others, but also fosters deep relationships rather than respect, in which the desire to understand becomes the basis. Accepting yourself is a key part of growing as a person and being happy. It means recognizing your flaws, strengths, weaknesses, and other human flaws without judging or criticizing yourself. To help you accept yourself, do these things. Being aware of yourself means thinking about your actions, feelings, and thoughts. Figure out what makes you special and what motivates you. Self-compassion means being kind and understanding to yourself, especially when things are hard. Don't be hard on yourself when you make mistakes or have setbacks. Instead, be kind and supportive to yourself like you would a friend. Challenge negative ideas. Pay attention to the times you criticize or judge yourself and then fight those negative thoughts. Change your views to ones that are more realistic and positive. Pay attention to your strengths. Honor your skills and achievements. Tell yourself what you're good at and be proud of it. Set reasonable goals. Be honest with yourself about what you can do, and don't compare yourself to other people. Make goals that are achievable and important to you. Work on having an attitude of thanks by thinking about the things you're thankful for in your life. This can help you see things differently and help you accept yourself. Get help. Surround yourself with friends, family, or a therapist who can help you accept yourself. Remember that getting to know and accept yourself takes time and might not happen right away. As you work to accept who you are, be kind and patient with yourself and keep loving and accepting yourself. Strategy number 7. Do not give away too much. When meeting a new person, their gentle mystery often makes you want to learn more about them. This isn't just a social phenomenon, it's a deep-seated part of human nature. The thirst for the unknown is at the heart of Stoic philosophy, and it makes you more valuable in the eyes of others while also making you want to learn more. Drawn to, think of yourself as an open book, with new lessons and ideas on every page. When you share your life's lessons, you invite others into your journey of discovery, making every conversation an exciting adventure. You become not only a storyteller, but also a source of inspiration, making others wonder what else they can learn from this person in life. Increasing appreciation through knowledge isn't just about gathering information. It's also about sharing and putting what you've learned into practice. Sharing makes your life better and the lives of those around you better too. The respect you get from this isn't something that can be faked or bought. It comes from constantly learning new things and becoming a source of knowledge and experience. Becoming a source of knowledge and experience not only earns you respect, but it also makes people look up to and admire you. In the end, making others beg for you isn't just about keeping information about yourself secret. Embrace lifelong learning as a reminder to always try to get better, making a difference in the world for yourself and those around you. How would keeping this sense of mystery change your life? Are you ready to put it into practice? Share your stories below so we can all learn. There is a fine line between being honest and being cautious in our personal relationships, work relationships, and even social interactions. Being open builds trust and relationships, but giving away too much can sometimes have effects you didn't mean. Today we'll talk about how important it is to know when to hold back and how learning restraint can make us stronger in many areas of our lives. How to figure out the value of reserve. Explain what it means to be reserved and how that affects how you talk to people and make decisions. Talk about situations where giving out too much information can leave you open to being harmed, exploited, or misunderstood. Getting to know the situation and audience. Stress how important it is to know the situation and the people you're talking to when choosing what information to share and what to keep from them. Give some examples of times when privacy is very important, like during job interviews, talks, or private conversations. Building trust with careful disclosure. Talk about how selective disclosure can help build trust and keep limits. Look into ways to figure out what information is okay to share with others based on how much trust and rapport you have built with them, keeping your personal boundaries safe. Talk about how self-disclosure and personal limits are connected. Give advice on how to set and enforce limits to protect your privacy and emotional health. Getting better at tact and diplomacy. Show how tact and politeness can help you deal with sensitive topics without giving too much information. Show people how to politely avoid questions or steer talks away from topics that could be embarrassing. Finding a balance between privacy and openness. Don't believe that being quiet means you're uncomfortable or weak. Talk about how the power of silence can show calmness, thought, and confidence. Mastering the art of reserve is a useful skill in a world that often praises being outgoing and talking too much. We can make stronger connections, protect our boundaries, and handle social situations with grace and confidence if we know when to hold back and when to open up. Remember that sometimes less really is more. Strategy number 8. Practice discretion. Imagine you're at a social or online event and want to share everything about your personal life. But in these situations, remember the power of restraint. In today's world, social media and constant connectivity make us want to share everything, from big wins to small complaints. But there's a lot of value in carefully choosing what we share and with whom we share it. This isn't just a lesson in self-control, it's also a reminder to value ourselves and keep our mental area safe. One of my successful business friends had to make a big choice. Should he tell everyone about his upcoming project? The market he was in was very competitive, and information was valuable. At that moment, he remembered what the philosopher Seneca said: "The wise man lacks nothing but needs many things. The fool, on the other hand, needs nothing because he doesn't know how to use anything, but lacks everything instead of div." As a result, the project went ahead without any interference or copying from rivals, giving him a big edge over them. By doing this, he not only showed how powerful restraint can be, but he also earned the trust and respect of those around him. Being restrained isn't just a way of life, it's also a plan for every time you share something. If you're not sure if this information will help you in the long run, or if it will help you gain trust and respect from others, it might be best to keep it to yourself. Remembering that discretion is a form of strength, we not only keep ourselves safe from unnecessary dangers, but we also build a strong personal image that makes people want to learn about and eventually appreciate our true worth. This is how we show not only wisdom, but also self-respect, a trait that gets people's attention, praise, and maybe even a request for you to be there and share. Strategy number 9. Learn how to receive things well. Accepting art not only makes life more interesting, but it also helps build a culture of kindness, unity, and support for each other. Stoicism is based on 5 principles. The first is acknowledging interdependence, which means recognizing our natural connection to God and other people. It also means realizing that pride and self-sufficiency can cut us off from the rich tapestry of community support and God. The second is developing gratitude. When we accept grace, we develop a grateful heart that appreciates the kindness of others and the material, emotional, and spiritual blessings that have been bestowed upon us. The third is developing humility. Acceptance teaches us humility by reminding us that we are not all-powerful and that wisdom lies in recognizing our flaws and needs. Fourth is building community. When we let others accept us, we build community. Community ties show that everyone is free to talk about their wants and weaknesses. This shared openness is what builds trust and deep connections between people. Fifth is supporting kindness in a lovely cycle. Accepting others with ease makes it easier for them to give, creating an atmosphere where kindness grows. To really master the art of acceptance, you can start with small things you do every day. When someone thanks you, just say thank you to show that you understand what they meant. Ask for help when you need it, and see it as a chance to build relationships. Be open to feedback and see it as a chance to grow as a person. The public thank people for being kind, no matter how small the act was. By doing these things, we not only make our own lives better, but we also help build a culture of kindness, unity, and support for each other. Accepting things as they are is not a sign of weakness. Instead, it is a deep expression of strength, resilience, and recognition of our common humanity and divinity. If you agree with our point of view, please leave a message and practice accepting things as they are. When life gets hard, we often look for strength within ourselves to get through it. But where does that strength come from? What makes a person not only get back up after a fall, but also stronger and more resilient? Join us for the last strategy in today's lesson, where you'll be reminded of how to train yourself to be unwavering and persistent, a journey that is clearly shown by the Stoic philosophy. Receiving things well isn't just accepting gifts. It also means being gracious when you receive praise, constructive criticism, help, and even love. To help you learn how to accept things well, here are some ideas. Practicing gratitude. Learn to be thankful for everything you get, whether it's something material, a praise, or an act of kindness. Thanking someone not only makes them feel good, but it also helps you understand how valuable what they gave you is. Be present, pay attention when someone gives you something, like a gift or their time. Put away anything else that might be bothering you and give them your full attention. This will show that you value their kindness. Accept praise with grace. If someone compliments you, don't brush it off or play it down. Say thank you instead and take the praise with grace. You should feel good about the praise, not feel like you need to downplay it. Accept feedback positively. It can be hard to hear constructive criticism or feedback, but it can help you grow as a person. Instead of getting angry, pay close attention to the feedback. Thank the person for their help and think about how you can use it to get better. Active listening is what you should do when someone is telling you something, like their thoughts, feelings, or a gift. Make eye contact, nod, and answer carefully to show that you're paying attention and interested. Avoid overthinking. Sometimes thinking too much about something can make it harder for you to accept it well. Try to keep an open mind and take things as they are instead of getting stuck in your thoughts. Allow yourself to receive. Some people have trouble getting because they feel unworthy or guilty about taking things from other people. You should remind yourself that getting love, help, and things from other people is okay and doesn't make you less valuable. Do something good for someone else. Giving to other people can help you feel better about getting. Making your relationships feel balanced and fair by giving generously yourself can help you build them. Think about your beliefs and values. Sometimes the reason we have trouble accepting comes from the beliefs or values we hold deeply. Give yourself some time to think about why receiving might be hard for you, and see if there are any ideas or attitudes you need to change. Strategy number 10. Foster resilience and endurance. Stoicism shows us how to tell the difference between things we can control and things we can't. Accepting that many outside factors, like other people's thoughts and actions or unexpected life events, are out of our control is the first step to becoming resilient. Accepting something is not the same as giving up. Instead, it's a strong decision to focus our energy and efforts on our actions, thoughts, and responses. When you follow this principle, you give off a calm and sure vibe that makes people want to be around you. They see you not as a moving reed in the wind, but as a steadfast mountain. Even during storms, resilience comes from facing problems over and over again and sticking with them even when it's hard. It's about seeing problems not as impenetrable walls, but as chances to learn and grow. Stoic tasks, like choosing to be hard on yourself and thinking about hard times, are not just tests. They're also ways to improve your mental toughness. When you share your stories of perseverance, you inspire others and show that the human spirit is strong. People naturally want to be with people who have these traits because they see them as leaders, friends, and partners. Stoicism gives you a way of looking at problems that doesn't just see them as problems, but as opportunities for growth. This change in viewpoint changes how we see life. Things that once seemed like impossible mountains are now seen as stepping stones. People will come to you for help and company not only because you are strong, but also because you share a vision that turns hardship into opportunity. Before we end today's lesson, let's say a few words about this inspiring journey we've been on together. We've looked at 10 powerful strategies from Stoic philosophy that can change not only how others see and value you, but also how you see and value yourself. We believe that everyone's journey is different, so how has this theme affected yours? Leave a message to help us all understand. Before we end, remember that every like, share, and subscription is a great way to show your support for this content and let us know you want to see more. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to find out about new and important lessons from the world of Stoic thought. Check out the videos at the end of this article for more. Thanks for time with us today. Keep going, keep trying, and most importantly, keep shining. We'll be there for you every step of the way.